Okay, guys, welcome back. We have more basketball. I know, surprising. Basketball 2 weeks in a row. We have I guess this is I don't even know what this is called, but it's a pack of NBA Hoops premium stock. So this is 1920, which is Zion and Ja's rookie year. Picked this up at my LCS for $20, which is actually not that bad. Because I think probably these go for maybe like $9.99. So I guess not too awful. Break this guy open. This one comes with a regular pack and then a bonus pack, which has the 3 laser prisms. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Should be a very short break. We are looking for Zion. Well, Ja, more of a fan of Ja than Zion. But Zion will be nice. Hopefully he'll come back strong. And then there's lots of solid players in here as well. I'm pretty big on Cam Reddish. Among some other rookies. So let's see what we've got. Let's move this pack to the side. All right, here we go. Justice Winslow. All right. Thon Maker. Wow, not starting off very strong. Torian Prince. Okay, not guys we really want to see. Malcolm Brogdon. Yusuf Nurkic. These cards are really thick. I don't know if you guys have ever purchased or held these in your hand, but they are really thick cards. Jahlil Okafor. Wow. Just a lot of guys that not very exciting. Patrick Beverley. Okay. I don't think there's been a single card, Jeremy Lamb, of anyone that most people would get excited about. Nasir Little, okay, that's a rookie card. We have, looks like some sort of silver card. It's a Piston. Okay, probably, let's see, is this Sekou? No, it's John Henson. Well, that's probably not the silver card that anyone's really hoping for. Who knows? Maybe you're a big John Henson fan. Okay, this is a blue. I think I already saw who it was. Eric Bledsoe. I think this is a blue parallel. And then our insert is courtside. Steph Curry. That's a pretty cool card. It's a pretty cool action shot. It's pretty neat. We'll set that Steph Curry aside right there. And then we'll have our bonus pack, which has 3 cards. Hopefully this pack is not too mangled. Typically these bonus packs tend to either get bent. The Mosaic Soccer one I had, the bonus pack was really bent, or sometimes the corners will get really dinged up. So hopefully we got some clean cards in here. And here are 3 laser prisms in our bonus pack. It is George Hill. San Antonio Spurs is Derek White. And our last card, let's see if we can get anything decent. Grizzlies. Grizzlies. Could it be a Ja? It is not Ja. It is Kyle Anderson. Okay, so there we go. That's our break. Really a disappointing pack. Certainly not worth $20, but you know what? Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Yeah, and then when we come back, set up the Mag Lamb, take a look at a couple of these, and we'll see what the quality is like on these cards. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are back with our review section. Let's start off with this Eric Bledsoe, I guess this is a blue refractor parallel. Very clean card. Very clean card. No real surface issues. There is, let's see if I can show you guys. Come on, focus. Focus for me. Right by the O in NBA Hoops, right there. A very, very faint print line. Ever so faint. You can barely see it. You need a mag lamp, but it's right there. It cuts right across the first O. cuts right down the first O, I should say. That's like the only surface issue I found. This is a really clean card. Left, right centering looks pretty good. Top, bottom centering looks pretty good. The framing, which I talked about in the last video, which is the silhouette that gets sort of stamped over the players, on this card looks really clean. Nothing, I didn't see anything on the back really. Yeah, this is overall just a really clean card. You know, sharp edges and corners, which is to be expected for these chromium cards. I do think that if you submitted this card, you should probably expect a 9.5. It's a shame that it's not a better player, but you know, this is a really clean card, so that's cool. That's definitely a good sign. Our next card, I thought we look at the other refractor, which is the John Henson Silver. So, John Henson Silver card, it is not as well centered. The right border is definitely very noticeably, very clearly thinner than the left border. I think top to bottom actually look pretty good. Surface on this one is not as strong. So if you can see, there are all these, looks like it's actually an indentation. That one's an indentation right there, it doesn't come off. There's a little smudge here, just lots of little things here. You see it down here as well on this line right here. You see there's something that sort of digs into this. So lots of small surface issues. You also see some very faint print lines that run across. So there's a print line that runs across the shorts right here. Back is, you know, fine. Generally don't expect anything wrong, anything to go wrong on the back. But just a lot of small issues on this card, and the centering is a bit off. If I did submit this, I would say this is probably going to be a 9. Not sure why you would submit it. Maybe you're a huge John Henson fan, but just the centering's a bit off, and then some small surface issues that are just really apparent on these silver refractor type cards. So there we go. Our next card is the only rookie card we pulled, which is Nasir Little. The Nasir Little card, this is just a base card, it's not a refractor. But you can see there is a print line. It runs across, I want to say right over the top of, I think that's supposed to be Russell Westbrook in the back. But you can see it right there. Very, very faint, but clearly it starts right here. You can see it cut across the border, and it'll run all the way across the card. But you really need a mag lamp to see it. You're just really picking at, you know, a very minor imperfection, in my opinion. Bordering looks pretty good. Left, right looks relatively even. Top, bottom looks pretty good. I'd say the top's a little bit thicker than the bottom, but I don't think you get killed over it. Framing looks good. Some minor print lines on the back of the card. You can see a print line that cuts right here, starts right here, goes all the way across. I don't know how much you really be penalized for that. I think this would be a pretty solid candidate to send in. I think you can chance it and probably get a 9.5 on this. Maybe even possibly a 10. It is overall a really clean card. Nothing that really majorly stands out that's like you look at it like, oh, that's clearly something wrong with this card. It's actually a really clean card. So yeah, it would be nice if we pulled a bigger name, but you know, at least this card is pretty good. So we'll set this guy aside. Last card I thought we pull out one of Laser Prism. Are they called Laser Prisms? Yes, Laser Prisms. I actually really like Laser Prisms. I have a Luka Doncic Laser Prism card in my collection, and it is unfortunate that at least for the 3 prisms that I had, we have a major framing issue, and it's very apparent if you look at the NBA Hoops portion. You can just see how it's the the stamping or the framing is just shifted down. You can see it because the O is just completely off. Obviously, that O should line up with the NBA Hoops logo itself, but you can see that you can just see it's off. Very, very off. Another place that's kind of obvious where you can see this framing issue is here for the premium stock. I would say it should line up perfectly. In other words, the circle that stamp should go perfectly over this premium stock logo, but you can see that it comes out a little more at the bottom. So obviously, to me, that's a very noticeable issue. Like it's just very hard to miss it, right? If you're looking at that logo, it just makes the entire thing stand out, the entire card stand out. Otherwise, the card is pretty clean. I would say centering on this card is really good. The back, as usual, so far, at least for the ones I've gotten, look pretty good. Edges and corners are solid. But just that you have to be really careful with these cards that have framing. You have to, and this card makes it very obvious because it's got framing over the logo, but for some of these other ones, it's not so obvious. This card I would not submit, just because the framing is just so clearly off in such an obvious place that, you know, you're hoping for maybe like an 8 on this card. Really just not worth it, you know. They're nice to look at. Overall, the card still looks pretty good. The framing on the player himself looks pretty good, and you know, the laser pattern looks awesome. So you know, if you want to just collect these, that's cool, but just be careful with any of these cards that have framing, whether it's Select or in this one, the NBA Hoops Premium Stock. So yep, that does it for our review section. I'm gonna move the mag lamp out of the way. Do a quick recap. Not much exciting. Our laser prisms were Derek White, Kyle Anderson, George Hill. Our hits, I guess, were Nasir Little, John Henson Silver, Eric Bledsoe Blue, and this Courtside. Steph Curry, Courtside, I guess that's the series. Yep, just called Courtside, which is a pretty cool card. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'd say I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised. Overall, the quality of these cards are really good. No corner issues. Edges are really good. Very minor surface issues. Centering overall was really strong. I do think that if you were looking to break open, you know, NBA wax with an eye towards grading, that NBA Hoops Premium Stock is probably not a bad candidate, at least from what I see. Overall, I didn't see any major issues that were like consistent through any of the cards. And you know, if you like the design, I'd say yeah, maybe check these out. I think these can be had for a pretty reasonable price. And one other thing I wanted to add for in this video is that if you collect any of these guys and you're interested in any of these cards, please leave me a comment or shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to send this out to you, because otherwise it'll just sit in my collection. And you know, these players don't really mean anything to me, but if one of these guys is your PC guys, yeah, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to send these cards out to you, you know, through paper envelope, free of charge. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Take care.